Hi Libra, I hope that everybody's doing well. Before we get into it, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. It looks like there's a move you're making or some type of action even that's happening, movement, maybe things picking up at a faster pace than what is normal for you. And there's also a sense of maybe stress that you're doing your best to manage right now. There could even be certain conversations that you're having that at times you're recognizing maybe even the physiological impact of. Interesting. Okay. So, I'm getting something that may feel somewhat unsettling to you. And it's something that's going to need to be addressed, but you may feel a bit hesitant to address this. This is the recognition that something needs some sort of solution, and about figuring out how you're going to go about making a decision, speaking up, what you're going to bring to the table. This can even mean that you had a disagreement with someone, an argument with someone, but at the bottom of it, what you're feeling right now is a sense of internal conflict, so this is definitely something that's going to need to be addressed at some point in time. Right off the bat, I'm hearing something about not feeling good about yourself. Let's see. You may be feeling kind of burnt out. Maybe you feel like you're doing a lot and you need a bit of a break, but maybe you feel like you can't take a break for some reason. And this can be from work, this can be from a relationship, this can be from something that you feel like you're continuously doing, but you need to take a step back from. It seems like something that you could have been even repetitively engaging within is kind of draining your energy. Time to phone a friend. I'm seeing that you collaborating is going to be helpful to you right now. And there may be somebody that's around that will be more than happy to help you. Yeah, for some of you, you could even be struggling a bit, even mental health wise, or financially even, or with work expectations. Again, it's something that doesn't feel great to you. And it seems like I'm hearing something about a leaning post. It seems like there's support that you can reach out to that maybe you didn't want to reach out to for some reason, or maybe it's something that it didn't occur to you as an option. As uncomfortable as this may seem, the image that I'm getting right now, you see how this environment is very busy. This environment can be somewhat chaotic. It can be controversial. It can speak about like competition, but at the bottom of it, there's a lot of unsettle within this. What I'm seeing is that like in the midst of the whole ruckus that is this, I saw 4:44 on the time when I looked up, I was getting the image with temperance here of like a little Buddha-esque person sitting in the middle and just like grounding their energy. So again, as uncomfortable as this may seem, whatever conflict this is that's going on, I'm seeing you being guided to actually sit in the middle of it and ground right now. And it may feel counterintuitive because it's like, why wouldn't I run in the opposite direction? But it feels very much like you're meant to be sitting in this for the time being. And that doesn't mean closing your eyes and shutting it out. This means actually looking at what's going on and still being grounded. It's like being in the midst of something that feels chaotic. This is like the embodiment of the King of Cups. This is you, you being able to extricate yourself from a situation in a way where you are totally embracing equanimity. This feels very much like a challenge too, because I'm not seeing this be something that one would normally be comfortable sitting within, but it seems like it's something that's going to definitely help you like as a personal skill. Because you may too feel like you don't have the constitution to sit in this, but I'm seeing that you very much do. It's just about you being patient with yourself and learning as you go. You may also feel more impulsive too right now at this point in time. This can always be someone around you and you're feeling affected by their energy. For some of you, this is an environment that you're in. And you may feel too like people are really clowning around, and maybe while you're trying to get things done and you feel like it's distracting to your purpose. For whatever reason, I'm not seeing it be an option of you walking out of this environment. So this is something that like you're in it and you're going to have to find a way to manage yourself while you're in this situation by being as like calm and protective of your energy, as grounded and protective of your energy, regardless of the silliness that's happening around you with the Knight of Wands here. Because it's like the Knight of Wands is someone that wants to jump around and have a fun time, and what you may be doing is like wanting a different type of environment than that. And this can even be like coworkers, people that you're dealing with, that you just feel like are emotionally in a different place than you're in, and that may feel frustrating at times. But it seems like whatever has been going on with the Knight of Wands is soon going to be ending. This can even be a desire to do something impulsively that you're like, yeah, that would feel great in a moment, but long term, I don't think that it's something that I should do. And so this is you sitting within that and being able to observe how you're feeling, or like impulsively what you're thinking about, what you feel drawn to, and being like, I can witness that and not have to do anything about it. I can just watch it. So it's like watching it come and watching it go and sitting in that place behind it. This is going to ultimately help you when it comes to a relationship, and maybe even a big decision that you're making related to a relationship or a commitment that you have with someone important to you. I'm hearing with the Emperor coming out. This is like double Aries energy here. We're looking at Aries and we're looking at Mars too. This may be you that has really strong, wow, yeah, because we're looking at Aries, Mars, and Scorpio, and Pluto. So this is like double Aries and double Scorpio energy. So it feels like you're being pushed into some sort of action, or like coming to face or recognize that something is not sitting well with you and that something needs to be done. And this is something that you may have not felt pushed before to take action on, and now you feel very much like something has to be done about this. Because these can be, when things are not going in the way that they're meant to be going, these energies are ones that like flip everything completely all around and like undress them so you can see what's actually going on here. And two, with the Sagittarius energy, this is like the fire energy and the push to go in that direction of where you're being called. I'm gonna get 3 more cards and see if we can get a more full story here of what's going on. So I'm seeing Temperance play a really key role in this. Whatever this upset or this like unsettle or conflict this is that you're experiencing right now, you are being guided to be like practicing the most patience and temperance as possible right now, to really like ride the wave of whatever this is that's going on, and to be doing it with like the most strategy and endurance that you can muster. You may too be feeling poorly because of the way that somebody behaved, or even information that you found out regarding what somebody did. And now you know that the dynamic, again, this can be within a relationship. This can also be something like something going on at work too, because I'm seeing that as well. It's like now the whole interaction that you had building with this person, or like the relationship, the dynamic, it's completely going to change now with the 3 of Pentacles meeting the Death card. This is like something may come to an end or change completely from what it was before, but it's changing so it can transform into the 10 of Pentacles. So it's like also, again, like in another way, after everything kind of gets like decimated, it's built back up in a way that feels very solid to you. And really keeping that vision and like this whole thing in mind of what you want and what brings you happiness and your fulfillment and like the sentimental value of where you're trying to go right now, you holding on to that vision is what's necessary for you right now. So it's like remaining as optimistic as possible regardless of the situation that you find yourself in. Staying hopeful too, I'm also hearing. And walking away from anything that isn't cutting it for you, anything that's not forming into what you want. And it seems like too, this has been a bit of a process with you recognizing things that you need to walk away from that don't feel fulfilling to you. And this may be like one of the, like a next step that you're taking, and maybe even a bigger commitment towards you finding what feels fulfilling and satiating to you. I am seeing it definitely be related to like a commitment or a relationship that you have. Again, this can be platonic, it can be with family, it can be within a marriage, it can be something going on with you at work. So bear in mind that relationship means anything that we're exchanging energy with. But I am seeing this lead up to a big decision with the Judgment card here. The Judgment card can represent like really analyzing something so you can make a final decision about it. One that you can't really go back on. I'm looking at Aquarius and Pluto here. It feels like you're making the decision to go in the direction of the most like healing and grounding and aligned energy for you. There may be even a different step that you're taking within a relationship with someone that you feel like is putting you back on a path that you want to be walking down. I'm looking at Sagittarius, I'm looking at Scorpio, Pluto, Aries, Mars, Aquarius. For some of you, this is something that absolutely impacts your home life and or your finances. It's like something that you had even built that for whatever reason, it's like there was some sort of crack in the foundation and you have to go elsewhere. I mean, that can be literal as much as it can be metaphorical. Yeah, for some of you, I am actually seeing something with traveling or moving. You may be going on some type of trip, even with the Chariot. With the Page of Swords here, it seems like you could be recognizing that energetically there's something you don't want to be involved in anymore. I'm looking at the Six of Swords, I'm looking at the Page of Swords, and I'm also looking at the Chariot here and the Hanged Man. This is Cancer Neptune energy. I'm seeing something that you may even, I'm getting the word discontinuing. It's something that you had been like maintaining an energetic connection with at the very least, and it's something that you're recognizing you want to move away from. This can be conversations that you had been holding. This can be even a relationship or a type of dynamic that you had within a relationship. Maybe there was someone around and you don't like the energy that they've been maintaining. It's like maybe this is somebody that talks about other people, or like you just see the way that their insecurities manifest, and it's something that you're not interested being involved in. It's like you feel like every time you connect with this person, your shadow comes out to play, and it's not something you want to be doing. It's kind of what this looks like to me. This can even be an activity. It's like you may find that you like go on Instagram and you walk away like comparing your life to somebody else's, and you're like, you know what, this isn't healthy that I'm doing it, and if I can't be on Instagram without doing that, then maybe it's something I need to take a break from. Just an example. But yeah, that's coming through. But yeah, this I'm also seeing this as like a quite potent energy. And it's like someone that may even be younger than you that you're around, and it's like this person you may feel is very much in their ego, in their shadow, and it's something that you're recognizing. It's like every time you connect with them, it becomes very visible to you, and you're not liking the frequency of the conversations, the string of conversations that you're holding with this person. This may be somebody more. They may not be constant in your life, but you really feel their energy when they pop up, and it feels very like palpable, or is even becoming more palpable, but in a way that you don't, it's like rubbing you the wrong way, for sure. With the Seven of Swords and the Page of Swords here, like this is definitely someone that just like as far as ego shadow is really not in a place that is uplifting. And so this may be something that you're recognizing too. And this can even be like a close friend for some of you. Again, I'm looking at Cancer and Neptune here. Ooh, I'm seeing an ending. Maybe you even were feeling like this person kind of was taking advantage of you. With the Page of Swords and the Seven of Swords energy, this is someone that maybe, this is somebody intelligent, but this is also somebody that you may feel like is immature, but they may hold themselves in an energy where you don't initially see that, but it's like when you analyze their thought process and the way that they perceive themselves and the world around them, like this is someone that may even be like manipulative, but even psychologically. As I said before, this is somebody intelligent, so their energy may be more subtle until they're not paying as much attention, and then you can like notice it more palpably. But it's something that you're recognizing you don't want to be around. I'm getting it with like the type of conversations that they bring up. It just feels like a very cloudy energy around this person. And something, the way that you'll know what this is that when you interact with like this thing or this person, this energy, this frequency, you're recognizing that you feel dragged down. You may feel more lethargic. You may feel weird within your body. It's like you may dissociate. You don't feel as present. You don't feel calm in a peaceful way. And you're recognizing it's something that you need to move on from, at least for now. I'm seeing that you, ooh yeah, with the High Priestess. This is definitely something energetically that was tugging on you, psychologically, spiritually. You ending this is a big triumph for you, because I'm seeing that there's like obstacle upon obstacle in order for you to get connected with yourself enough to know that you needed to move out of the way, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing thunderbolt. It's just, like, what I'm getting is that karmically this person has a lot to work through right now, and it's something that you're recognizing is, like, not in your best interest to be around. Your intuition is telling you this, but you may still be having a hard time allowing this to take form. Because it seems too like there's a sense of anxiety and maybe feeling trapped at times that you're experiencing, but you're not understanding it completely, whereas something related to your perspective is still growing when it comes to this. It almost feels like, you know, when you go into a situation and you can't figure out what the catalyst is for your anxiety, this is what it feels like. It's like you trying to figure out what in the room is activating you in that way. And part of the reason that it may be hard to see is because it's something that you may not necessarily want to see, because that's kind of what I'm getting here too. With Neptune and the Eight of Swords, it's like, you know, you're also going to have to admit to something or the effect that something has on you prior to being able to do something about it. I'm looking at Cancer, the Moon, and Neptune here. And I'm looking at the Empress on the bottom of the deck. This kind of feels like that energy too, where it's like, ooh, I know what the empowering move is to make here, but that feels kind of heavy to be doing. Like, I know what's best for me, but it feels kind of stressful to make that type of decision right now. So, just some insight. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody very much for tuning in. Thank you for joining. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.